It's time for the absolutely... I'm on my way! Completely! I'm almost there! Random! Why are there so many stairs? Podcast! Oh, jeez! With Andrew Rhodes. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the absolutely completely random podcast for Saturday, May 14th, 2022. I'm your host, Andrew Rhodes, as always, here on the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, boy, oh boy, Hardy, have I had one hell of a week, and there's been a crap ton of topics to talk about, like EA losing the FIFA name after 30 years. That's right, EA's FIFA series isn't going to be called FIFA anymore. Yeah! Now, if only they could lose the NFL license, then I think there'd be a lot of people happy, because then they can make the games better. Tawawa On Monday. The manga is taking a month-long break, and I'd never heard of this one before this article, so we're going to learn together. Overwatch 2. Oh, yeah, the beta is... the visuals for the beta are not helping with the perception that it's just a freaking update. So, yeah, that's never fun. The Devil is a Part-Timer Season 2 has landed the ending theme performer, and oh boy, I can't wait. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm still looking forward to this yet. Sonic fans are not happy today because their content has been flagged as made for kids. Oh, just wait. This is going to be a good one. And if you're a fan of the Los Angeles Chargers... I'm sorry, I have no respect for them after this. You probably saw their announcement for who they're taking on this coming football season. And if you haven't, you probably should, because they did it in the form of an anime. Yeah, I'm not joking. I am not joking. I wish I was. All this and more this week on the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. Before we go any further, I'm sure you know the song and dance by now, but sing along at home if you know the words. If you're in the market for oddities, weird stuff, collectibles, weird shit, and other weird crap, come check out my eBay page, ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. I have a wide variety of crap for sale. One person's trash is always another person's treasure on the worldwide flea market. That is eBay. Where else could you find half the crap that you never realized you needed and or wanted? Hell, there's stuff on there I am still discovering, and I never realized would have ever been on eBay. I mean, I know that there's an eBay for auto parts. You can get clothing on eBay. You can get toothpaste on eBay. You can get food on eBay. There's a lot of stuff you can get on eBay. So why don't you come on by my page while you're surfing around the massive store that is eBay, and come by and say hi, see what I got up. Something might make you happy. It might tickle your fancy. There's always a birthday or a holiday around the corner. You never know. But, yes, so, if you want to check out my eBay page, it's ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. You can also check me out over on Twitter, @OtakuRhodes. That's the @ capital O-T-A-K-U, capital R-H-O-A-D-S, over on Twitter. And, hey, don't forget, because, people often have a tendency to forget things. There also is the Web Designer 18 Facebook page. Yeah, that's right. Come check that page out. It's a lot of fun. I try to do stuff on there. I'm not big on Facebook that much anymore, but I try to get on there every now and then. We also have a Patreon and a Ko-fi page if you want to help try to support the channel. No pressure, because I keep doing this regardless, because I am insane. But, I'm insane. So yeah, we have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/webdesigner18, and there is a Ko-fi page. Links to those can be found in the About Me section here on the channel. And I do have a t-shirt thingy. Yes, that's still a thing. You can get a link to that down in the description. There's a link to take you to the t-shirt thingy, provided it's still there. I'll have to double check that. But yeah, there's a t-shirt thingy. Go check the link. Let's see. Yeah, it's about everything. So, let's dive in, shall we? It's gonna be fun. Alright, so, how'd my week go? So, this is fun. So now I start my new job this coming Monday. I'm really happy about that. So, does that mean the stuff on the channel is gonna stop? No, it might slow down a little bit, say for the podcast, because I will try to get that out every week. I always do. It's a Saturday thing, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have the weekends back to myself. So yeah, it's a weekend thing. But yeah. So this week was fun. So as many of you know, my last official day was sadly not this past Friday, but the 6th. It was last Friday. And they didn't schedule me at all. They didn't have me on the schedule for this week. Fine. That's fine. So I get an email on Thursday. I get an email on Thursday. I love this, by the way. I got an email on Thursday informing me that my employment has been terminated from where I worked at. And the way they worded it is that they fired me. And they didn't fire me. I quit of my own volition and my own free will. But it is just funny. It's like, okay, they sent this email out to save face. And I'm just like, yeah, it is. It's like they sent the email out to save face. I'm like, okay, whatever floats your boat at night. I don't care. I don't care. Whatever floats your boat at night. But yeah, so that was part of my week. I start my new job Monday, so I'm looking forward to that. Got the cats roaming around the freaking neighborhood again. My mom finally saw the kittens that the one had. That she was like, my mom was like, I want to see these kittens. She would look at her like, I want to see those kittens. So then finally, because I came back from getting lunch the one day, and she just kind of goes, over here, over here, over here. And I'm like, oh, God, now what? And she goes, look, down here, down here, down here. And I look and I'm like, oh, it's kittens. Yeah, my mom found the cats. It's like, yeah, my mom found the cats. And then this is really fun. So, everybody remember when I bought the desk? I bought that desk. I did put pictures up on Twitter, and I know I think I put a picture up on Facebook. I know I did that. I don't think I put it up on the website or 18 but I know I put it up for my friends that see my Facebook page. But I know I put it up on my Twitter. So I ended up getting a store credit because I had to sign up for their members rewards thing, that free thing that you would get. So I ended up getting an email Wednesday morning telling me that I have like $45.29 racked up in store credit that's going to expire at the end of July. And I'm like, the hell? So, like, I go on their site, I'm like, what can I get on here that I can pay, that I can use this and piss this away? Because in the back of my mind, I'm like, I really don't like having this much store credit sitting there that I'm going to forget about it. And I'm looking on their site, and I'm like, whatever comes up first that's cheap, I'll get a couple things of. And I'm like, oh, storage containers, perfect, I needed some of those. Here I thought they were like the one that I had gotten for free. From the one business near us. No, it was they're slightly different, but it's the same thing. There's like a 27-gallon plastic container, and I got 4 of them. Now, okay, 4 of them was going to cost $55.08. So I still had to pay a little bit of money. I'm like, hey, that's fine. I'm not paying the whole $55. Because I'm like, I could get 3 of them, then I'm like, no, I'll still have money left over. God damn it, no. It only cost me $9.16 for 4 freaking containers because of this massive freaking store credit that I had racked up. All because I bought a desk. Because I bought a freaking desk. Now, to be fair, like I said, I was looking for this desk for a while. I was looking for a desk to put there in the corner for the longest time. My grandfather at the time was like, no, I don't want a desk there. No, I don't want anything like this. No. He basically threw his hands up in rage when I brought it up. And it's like, you know what? He's dead. I'm putting a desk. I want a desk. I want a better desk. My mom loves it. I love it. I recorded at least one Q&A at it. And I'm like, this is great. And the whole time I'm thinking to myself, something's going to give. I'm like, I'm looking at this desk and I'm like, this was way too easy. And I keep fearing that it's going to break or it's going to wear out or it's going to get destroyed. And I'm like, oh, God damn it. Then I'm like, no, it would have broke by now. Because my mom's banged into it half a dozen times. It would have broke by now. No, love the desk. Still great desk. And the whole time I'm like, this is fun. But because I had bought that desk, I ended up getting store credit that I had to piss away. I love that. But yeah, that was most of my week. Although there is something cool happening Monday. For those of you that play Puzzles and Dragons, the mobile game, the Hunter x Hunter collaboration is beginning on Monday, and I'm excited for this. Because I'll get to play a couple rounds before I start my new job. Because the new day usually starts at like 6 or 7 in the morning, so I'll get to play a couple rounds before I go to my new job. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm ecstatically happy. I'm excited. Like you couldn't freaking believe I am ecstatically happy about this. But oh yeah, and the whole time I'm like, okay, it's understandable. Okay, this just looks fun, and I'm like, this is going to be cool. It's like we're getting a Hunter x Hunter collaboration. So I'm psyched about it. I'm ready to piss away my magic stones to get Gon and Killua at least. I don't give a crap about the others. If I end up getting a crap ton of, like, let's say one of them that I can trade in, yeah, I'll trade their ass in. I want Gon and Killua. Hands down, those are the ones I want. No, in my luck, those are going to be the ones that are going to be the most difficult to freaking get. That's going to piss me off. But it's like, I'm looking forward to this. Yeah, so that's been my week. Oh man, it's been fun. Freaking letter though. That email had to be the most stupidest thing I had gotten in the history of ever. It was just perfectly timed. It's like, okay. It's like, yeah. And the kicker was that even if they wouldn't have not scheduled me that last week, and for like this past week, if they would not have scheduled me, if they would have scheduled me, I still would have been working yet, I'm assuming Friday morning. So I would have ended up being told my position's terminated before my last day. It's like, you cheeky bastards. That's the funniest thing ever. But yes, that's been my like I said, that's been my week. It has been all types of fun. I'm looking forward to starting my new job. Like I said, I got my gaming PC at home. I was working on that a little bit this week. I had to download, because I'm doing emulators on it, because I have always wanted, I'm actually still looking around possibly to get like a GameCube or something, because I found a couple of really cool videos on YouTube where you can get a GameCube or a PS1. You can mod it to basically just be this emulator. And I'm like, hey, that's not a bad idea for like low-grade games, or if I want to go, hey, this thing isn't running my, GameCube games right. There is a GameCube emulator. And it's really easy to put the damn thing on, too. I was watching the video. The guy's like, yeah, the kit comes with everything. You can pick this thing up everywhere. eBay has it. Amazon has it. Like, this is like, I'll leave a link in the description. And he did. And I'm like, okay, it's freaking cheap. It's not like massively expensive. It's freaking cheap. And it's just like this little, I want to say it's basically just like a Raspberry Pi board almost. And it just goes right on the one port inside. You just got to take the massive DVD tray off, and that's it. Their little disc tray, just take that whole disc system out, pop this thing in, you can open up the lid and put in the SD card. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, and some moron somewhere is going to screw this up somehow. But I'm like, yeah, I don't care. This might be an option if my GameCube games can't run on my, what I like to call my future. I'm going to love the hell out of this thing. But my games kind of work. I just need to get RAM yet for it. That's something that I got to work on, is getting some better RAM for it. But either way, that's been my week. So worked on my system. I put on a new video. Andrew discusses the Zeo powers to turbo powers. I had a neat little theory on those. But yeah, it's pretty much been my week. So let's dive in, shall we? It's going to be fun. Alright, so for those of you that played EA's FIFA series, you're probably not going to be happy with the next one, because it's not going to be called FIFA no more. So EA's FIFA series has lost its name after nearly 30 years. They have broken up over, they reported, $1 billion differences. Oh, it's a rich person divorce. Oh, it's like a Kardashian divorce. They're going to separate for billions of dollars. So next year's FIFA title won't be called FIFA anymore. EA's made this announcement on Tuesday. The mega sports franchise is parting ways with soccer's international governing body, and it will be renamed EA Sports FC. But EA promises nothing else will change. Aw, so gameplay will still suck? In all honesty, I can hear Angry Joe right now go, why don't you fuckers lose the NFL license? Lose the NFL license. Then think somebody else can make a decent NFL game. They can make a decent Madden game. So speaking of which, I think the next one should be coming out soon. I'm hoping he's gonna review it because I want to see his face when they want to charge you $80 for blue. Yeah, so apparently everything you love about their games will be part of EA Sports FC. The same great experience, modes, leagues, tournaments, clubs, and athletics. And athletes will be there, the company wrote in its announcement. Modes like Ultimate Team, Career, Pro Clubs, and Volta will all remain, alongside licenses to the biggest national leagues, including Premier, La Liga, and what the hell? Bundesliga, I guess. And all the players, teams, and stadiums combined therein. So in other words, they're just losing the name, but nothing else is changing. Yeah, my ass. But while it's claiming nothing will be lost with this shift from FIFA to EA Sports FC, the publisher is also pitching the new branding as an opportunity to create something new after years of interactive cash-ins and the growing emphasis on exploitative loot boxes. I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah, no, now that they're losing the FIFA name, there's going to be more loot boxes. There's going to be more loot boxes in these games now. Oh, yeah. So the name change won't go into effect until 2023. In the meantime, they still have FIFA 23 coming out later this year. A full reveal for which is likely to take place in the next couple months. They first released its FIFA game back on the Sega Genesis way back in 1993, which, damn, I feel old now. According to reports last October, negotiations between EA and FIFA had gotten messy. EA wanted to expand the license into areas like NFTs, while FIFA wanted to retain more control, so it could partner with other companies. In the end, it seems EA wasn't interested in paying the $1 billion price tag that was allegedly being requested to extend the existing exclusivity deal. All right, so you're making... I want to say something here. You're making like $4 billion. EA makes $4 billion at least with the Madden games, because they are the only ones. They have the solid lock monopoly on that. You can't just take a fourth of that and pay them? That's a drop in the fucking bucket for you guys. What the hell? Oh, God. In a couple years, we will likely get to see how the biggest sports franchise in gaming fares without its iconic name. Given the corrupt mess that FIFA, the governing body, has been, the larger entity was surely getting more out of the branding deal than the gaming publisher EA was. No, they're both crooks. So they're both crooks, so they're both screwing each other. I'm sorry. They're both screwing each other. The series, which is an annual bestseller, will probably do just fine, especially if competitors like Konami's Pro Evolution Soccer, eFootball, and I'm reading right off of the article, by the way, continue to struggle like last year's dumpster fire. Well, I don't know, because now Konami can look at this and say, hey, they could, honestly, this is what could happen here, okay? Konami could be made aware of this, and they could all of a sudden look at, go up to FIFA's governing body and say, hey, you guys parted ways with EA. Look, we're Konami. This was our game. Now, we'd like to improve this. We're working to improve this. Would you like to come with us? You can have complete control. We just want the name. We just want to be able to have Konami's Pro Evolution FIFA Soccer. Or Konami's FIFA Pro Evolution Soccer. How does that strike you? Does that strike you as good? And you could give a middle finger to EA for not giving you guys the $1 billion you asked for. You could pay. This would basically be like going to the prom. Consider us your backup prom date. And you're like, I really don't want to go with you because I don't think it's going to work out that great. And you show up and it's like, oh yeah, no, when you ride with us, you ride in style. EA might have been the ones that gave you guys the the corsage and the lovely dance, but we're the ones that you're going home with at night. Come on. Come to Konami. Come to Konami. Say that we're the ones you want to be with, right? That's what that would be the interesting concept. Honestly, it would be. It's like, no, we're Konami. You gotta come, just come to us. Come to Konami. Konami will love you. Konami will always love you. Just come over here. Come be with us at Konami. I can just see that. I seriously can. Clearly, though, there was an update. Clearly, though, salty about the split, FIFA hit back at the announcement of EA Sports FC with promises that it is already working on several new existing projects with other publishing partners. Please say Konami. That would be a middle finger. That would be a middle finger, the likes of which I doubt highly they would ever get back from. All of a sudden, it'd be like, well, we had this really great thing. It was called FIFA, and then we didn't pay them what they wanted, and they went to Konami. They went to who? They went to Konami. Why'd they go to Konami? We screwed up. Yeah, I'll say you screwed up. Now we lost money. What the hell's wrong with you people? So I love this, though. Apparently, as a quote here, I can assure you that the only authentic, real game that has the FIFA name will be the best one available for gamers and football fans. By the way, football being the European football. Are the words FIFA President Guiney Inflate. What the hell is with these words? Infinito. Okay. Infinito, I guess. Murd in controversy and scandal actually wrote in a press release. Oh, this should be fun. Oh, that was with the FIFA president. Okay. Yeah. The FIFA name is the only global original title. FIFA 23, FIFA 24, FIFA 25, and FIFA 26, and so on. The consistent is the FIFA name, and it will remain forever and remain the best. Cue that song from a Karate Kid. They're the best around, I guess. Certainly sounds like, in addition to other licensed projects, FIFA intends to keep releasing a game called FIFA with or without EA's help. I would seriously just go and talk with Konami. Look, here's the thing. It doesn't matter what the hell, like the person, like you just said, it doesn't matter what they said. It doesn't matter what had the FIFA name. That's what. So go to Konami. Go look. You have this game called Pro Evolution Soccer. We want to basically work with you. Screw EA. They pissed us off. They wouldn't do the dance. If you're willing to dance with us, we'll take you. We'll dance with you. It's like I said. It's the prom analogy. It's the hot slut. It's the hot slut. It's the one that wanted to go with the jock. That was all psyched about going with the jock. Then when she goes with the jock, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, she went with the jock. And then it's like, oh, you didn't really care about me. But yet that one over there actually cared. Oh, I made a horrible mistake. Yeah. That's just it. Only in this case, EA is the slut. Or I guess you could say FIFA would be that slut. I don't know. But either way, it's basically, that's the analogy. So, yeah, just go to Konami. FIFA Pro Evolution Soccer 24. Come on, seriously. Just go there, do that, call it a day. That's what I would freaking do. But I do love that, though. So EA wanted to get into NFTs. That market's dead. That market is just, it's fucking cratered. Okay, that market has cratered. And I love that. They wanted to get into NFTs. They would expand the license into areas like NFTs. NFTs are dead. And honestly, I bet you that's exactly where FIFA was like, you want to what? We want to get into NFTs with your license. This is where we're going to part ways. We don't, no, this is where we're going to part ways. So, you have fun. It was nice knowing you. But, yeah, no, we're going to part ways here. Okay, we are seriously, we're just going to part ways here, and that's that. And I would just look at this and go, well, what the hell? They just screwed up big time. Well, yeah, because now now we can go somewhere else. Well, where else could they go? Konami? I mean, hell, they could just go to Sega. That would be crazy. Go to freaking go to Sega. Go to Sega. Go to Sega. That would be hilarious. Yeah, we're just gonna go to Sega. Yeah, we're just gonna go to Sega. Sega will treat them with respect and love. They'll just go to Sega. I love that. But yeah, so there you go. So FIFA's not gonna be with EA anymore after this year. This year's done. I'm sorry, I find that hilarious. Now, if only EA could lose the NFL license, that would make so many people happy. All right, so I was bringing this up with my mom the other day. Weird anime titles. I remember I actually did show her the video, the Watch Mojo video that featured Todd Habercorn doing the voiceover and reading the list. And there was a title that was brought to my attention yesterday I think it was like it was a boys love manga that's being given an anime series. And I read the title to my mom, and I could just see the look on her face, and I wasn't even in the same room. But this one is the weirdest title I have ever heard so far. And this is just a manga at this point. Tawawa On Monday. Okay. It's taken a month-long break. So it's proven both popular and the center of some controversy lately. In the case of the latter, the series caught some heat when the United Nations Entity for Gender Equality and the Empowerment of Women, UN Women, called a full-page newspaper ad unacceptable and questioned the Nikkei newspaper's decision to print it. While people remain divided on the issue, the latest news concerns the serialization of the manga, which will be put on hold for a little over a month. So basically, it almost feels like this is retaliation for that, in a way. So, yeah. According to this year's combined 22nd and 23rd issue of Weekly Young Magazine, it's a Kodansha's Weekly Young Magazine, I should say, Tawawa On Monday will be on hiatus until June 20th, which is when the magazine's 29th issue hit stands. After starting as a series of weekly pin-ups on, this is going to be a weird one. Oh, it's Kisuke Humura's Twitter account, the Tawawa On Monday manga made its debut in 2020. It has since gotten an anime adaptation, which is available to watch on Crunchyroll. Okay, so there is an anime for it. All right. So there's an anime for it. It's got a manga, and it's started as a bunch of pinups. And it's garnered some attention. Not in a good way. Well, to be fair, and I'm going to say this, every single time somebody, like, they put an anime thing up somewhere, a newspaper ad or what have you, the first thing a lot of people scream of is porn. And honestly, at this point, I'm getting tired of it. But it's like one of those broken records you can't get off. Yeah. So while suffering through Monday blues, enjoy moving and speaking Tawawa. Yeah, that's, I guess, what they consider it. But it's taken a month-long hiatus. So, yeah. And believe it or not, there actually is an entire article about this. You can also pull that up. I will have that in the description. But then again, if not, it's literally the next one down under the article here. So, the ad, okay? The ad that has drawn so much controversy that this is why I feel like it's taking a month-long hiatus. I'm getting the feeling they're forced to take a month-long hiatus. This isn't we're doing this of our own free will. This is look, you screwed up. We're getting shit from people because of this. You need to stop for the month. You're done for a month. That's your punishment. The ad in question, okay? I'm not even joking on this. The ad in question is not in any way provocative. I am literally looking at it right now, and it is in no way, shape, or form provocative. None. The Japanese newspaper posted the ad for the manga, let's see here. And it angered the United Nations Entity for Gender Equality and the Empowerment of Women. The UN group sent a letter to the Nikkei newspaper calling the ad unacceptable. How is that ad unacceptable? The writing is translated to, I hope this will be a wonderful week. The ad is meant to advertise the release of the 4th volume of the series. April 4th is the first Monday of the year for new employees, remarked a representative from Young Magazine. We put up a full-page ad to blow away their anxiety and cheer them up. I hope this will be a wonderful week. How is that unacceptable? Mondays suck. Garfield hates them for a reason. Mondays suck. Everybody hates them. There's a freaking line in the goddamn movie Office Space where it's like, oh, so it looks like somebody's got a case of the Mondays. Mondays suck. How is that not understood? Without an explanation from the company, I love this, I am not convinced that we will continue to work with them to promote gender equality through the power of advertising, Director of UN Women's Japan-based office said about the article. Said their beef is not with the creator or publisher, but just with the newspaper. Fine to take your problem with the newspaper, but at this point you're punishing everybody by complaining about the newspaper. I don't understand the world anymore. They think it's a stereotype because it's a male-centered gaze. It's just meant to show the female character as enticing and nothing more. Really? That's not the vibe I'm getting at all from this. I don't get that vibe at all from this. Hey, down in the corner, there's like a happy character. That little picture down in the corner, I might consider that a little bit provocative. Maybe. A little provocative. Possibly the one next to it. But the big picture that you're seeing, you can easily glance over that. Your thumb would probably be covering that. The big picture. I don't see that. No. Not in the least. No. I don't see this as provocative at all. In response to the controversy, though, the publisher said the advertisement was placed in conjunction with the release of a new book in order to attract new readers. They take their comments seriously and will give full consideration to the future deployment of our advertising. I just get a freaking kick out of this. Because it's like, oh, okay, this is the ad. Like I said, it's literally the only other article tied in with this one. So this is an Otaku USA article, you literally go right down to the bottom, related posts, it is the only other article. It's unacceptable. Explain to me how this is unacceptable. Somebody please explain this to me. I'm not understanding the world anymore. Somebody explain this to me, please. Explain this to me. How is this considered unacceptable? It is basically, I hope this is going to be a wonderful week. That is literally what it translates to. I hope this will be a wonderful week. It's not provocative. It's not unacceptable. What the hell? Oh, it's showing, what was it? Enticing and nothing more. It's a male-centered gaze, and it's just meant to show the female character as enticing and nothing more. Possibly the one down in the corner. All the way down the corner. This tiny little thumbnail down in the corner. I might believe that. The big picture that you're looking at, no. Not even close. And I really hate to say this, but if you're getting a chubby off of this, I'm pretty sure Gene Simmons will support you. But it's like, it's a freaking, no. I guarantee you that's probably the cover for the 4th volume. I'm guessing that's number 1. Yeah, I'm assuming that's the cover for the 4th book. So you're saying then that's... And we're back once again, ladies and gentlemen, to the wonderful tale of if it's coming from Japan and labeled as manga or anime, and it's porn. And it's the debacle and argument that I just cannot take anymore. They are two separate entities, and yet for some reason people like combining them together and saying they're one entity. But this is seriously, this article, this advertisement is in no... I'm going to say this, and I will say this right up right now. if I would be in charge of distributing an ad, and they would come to me and say, this is what we have for the ad, and I would look at this and I'd go, hey, this isn't bad. It's not giving me a chubby. It's not making me want to drop my pants and grab the one-eyed Wonder Weasel. It ain't making me think illicit thoughts. It's giving me a calming effect. Well, not in this case right now, because I read the freaking article that this advertisement drew ire for. But if I would be looking at this without knowing the article that I'm reading right now, and I would just see this advertisement, I'd go, hey, this isn't too bad. I might look into this. This sounds kind of interesting. Oh, okay. This looks kind of cool. Maybe I'll pick up a copy. There's no underlying message. There's no making me want to, grab the one-eyed Wonder Weasel and think illicit thoughts. I'm not... My mind is not immediately going to the gutter. I'm honestly looking at this and I'm like, okay, you can just tell me that's a generic anime character, like a literally generic anime character, anime or manga character that you just threw onto an advertisement with that word and like some other like, oh, here we're putting up like a manga contest or something, or hey, there's gonna be like an anime convention, or hey, there's like an illustration book, 4th volume of an illustration book, come buy it. I am not in any way thinking illicit thoughts. I am not in any way thinking, oh, wow, this is interesting. Now, granted, the little picture in the corner, I might be, but my thumb would probably be covering that. I just get a kick out of it. So, this is the article, this is the ad that drew so much ire for this. And because of that, the manga is taking a month-long break. Yeah, I'm assuming this is because, look, we have to basically, this is basically the forced show. I swear that this is all it is. This is the forced show effect. This is the we need to save face. We have to punish you. Officially, you're on hiatus for a month. We're not going to publish it for a month. Unofficially, you didn't do anything wrong. We're doing this to cool their jets. Okay? That's all it is. We're just doing this to give them a time to cool off, and then you can go back to doing it. Just take a month off, breathe. I mean, this might have actually bothered the creator. You don't know. But I just looked at this and go, look, you get time off, just breathe. Relax. It's fine. I get a freaking kick out of this. I really do. This is hilarious as hell to me that they're uppity about an ad. There are much worse provocative advertisements. How did it word it again? I keep forgetting how it worded it. How did it word it again? I gotta understand how did it word it again? Let me pull that up here. Hold on. How did it word it again? Let me see here. Okay. Let's see here. They think it's a stereotype because it's a male-centered gaze, and it's just meant to show the female character as enticing and nothing more. Okay, so if that's what you think this advertisement did, let me introduce you to a few dozen other series that have done this much less tastefully than this. If you're claiming that that's what this does, let me introduce you to a few dozen other series. Let me introduce you to the grandma of all these, Sailor Moon. Let me introduce you to her. Let me introduce you to a whole slew of other things, okay, that have definitely not done this any help. If you think this is a male-centered gaze that is just meant to show the female character as enticing and nothing more, let me introduce you to Sailor Moon. Let me introduce you to, oh God, what was it? Soul Calibur. I'll introduce you to Soul Calibur series. Let me introduce you to, there's a whole thing called Ichi anime and Ichi manga. Let me introduce you to that. Let me introduce you to, what was that one? I got it. Miss Kobayashi, what was it? Yeah, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Let me introduce you to that. Interspecies Reviewer. There's so many more. I could even throw in Ozaki-chan Wants to Hang Out. There's a slew of other ones. This is what draws your ire. Yet there's a shit ton of other ones out there that are much worse than this. But this draws your ire. This, by comparison, is tame as hell. If that's the criteria you're going on, that this is just a male-centered gaze and an enticing female form, that's nothing, and that's it, nothing more. There is a ton more out there than this. I guarantee you there's a ton more out there. I can do a Google search and find 50 pictures in 5 seconds. I guarantee you that are much more enticing than this. Honestly, if I would not have known what this series was, and I would have seen this advertisement, I would have looked at it and said, oh, cool, it must be some type of a manga illustration book or something. I would have assumed like a manga illustration book. Maybe a character thing or something. Maybe it's some type of an ad for like a book fair or something. And they're going to have a whole bunch of manga there. Because to me, it just looks like a generic character. And nothing more. I'm not getting excited. I'm not getting the chubby. I'm not wanting to drop my pants and grab the one-eyed Wonder Weasel. None of this stuff happens. I look at this, and I just get like a calming effect. It's sort of like that picture I have from SAO of Kirito Asuna and you that they had on their little cork board in their house in the one episode. And I'm just like, I get a calming feeling looking at that. I get a calming feeling looking at this. I'm not wanting to drop my pants and spank it. No! It's a calming feeling. I don't know what you people are on, but this, I do not consider this enticing, showing the female characters enticing and nothing more. Oh, no. Cowboy Bebop did that. Sailor Moon does that. Their Interspecies Reviewer did that. There is a slew of series that do that. This doesn't even crack the top 50. There's at least 50 others that can do this. I guarantee you a simple Google search will find this. But yeah, no, this is that is a complete and total BS, hands down. But whatever floats your boat tonight, I guess. It's on hiatus for a month. I'm assuming that's punishment. It's gotta be, because it's the only thing that would make sense for it. So, sucks, but that's what it is. Alright, so Overwatch 2's beta visuals were shown, and yeah, the players are not happy about it. They have been mocking this footage, claiming that Overwatch 2, yeah. The footage from Overwatch 2 for looking like Mexico and Breaking Bad, that's not a good sign. First off, if you're comparing a game that's originally was called Overstrike and then became Overwatch and garnered so much attention that it actually gets tournaments and stuff like that, you're comparing it to Breaking Bad. That's where you got to take a close look at your life, because somewhere you screwed up. So yeah. So Overwatch 2's technical beta started on April 26th, and the players have already started mining the build for content. See, remember when I made the comment about when Pokemon Sword and Shield was going to come out, the people were going to buy that, they were going to dig through the source code, and they were going to prove all of Game Freak's bullshit wrong. All that stuff that Game Freak was spewing, they were going to prove wrong. And I was freaking right. I was so freaking right about that. You can't tell me I was never going to be right about it. I was right about that. Oh my god, I was right. But oh yeah. One player even made a side-by-side lighting comparison video of the differences between the beta and the original game, which recently took off on Twitter. Yeah, it went viral pretty fast. I know Angry Joe had it up too. The two video captures appeared to be nearly identical to each other, which caused the game to be mocked on social media. That's being an understatement. To some members of the community, Overwatch 2 is already struggling to carve out a unique identity from its predecessor. One widely viewed thread on the official Blizzard forum called the game a glorified update, and a commenter called the beta server testing. It's not that Blizzard hasn't made any gameplay changes, they have. The problem is that the community has high expectations for a so-called sequel to one of the biggest team-based shooters in the world. See, this is what happens. When you make something popular and it goes crazy, and then you say, hey, we're coming out with a sequel, that sequel had better goddamn deliver, because otherwise they're going to look at it and go, well, the original was better. The original was so much better, and it's true. That's what happens. The comparison video only cemented these community fears, though. Seeing the widely shared comparison, which sits at almost 7 million views at the time of the writing of the article. One fan even joked that Overwatch 2 takes place 6 hours after the first game. Several commenters on both Twitter and Reddit noted that Overwatch 2 looks like it's been run through Breaking Bad's Mexico filter, a jarring yellow filter that filmmakers apply to scenes that take place in non-Western countries. Okay. If I remember correctly, the end of Western civilization would include everything on the western half of the world. If you ever read a compass, the compass goes north, east, south, west. As I was always taught it in school, it's never eat soggy waffles. So if you're going like the dead center of the planet, like there's like no landmass, like right out in the Atlantic Ocean, never eat soggy waffles. Everything to the west would be considered Western countries to everything on the east, and vice versa. Everything to the east would be considered Eastern countries. So, did I miss a memo somewhere where that changed? Did I miss a memo? I missed a memo. Somebody find me that memo. I missed a memo on that. So all these revelations, though, all these reactions are based on footage. Beta footage, for that matter. The current build of Overwatch 2 is not considered final. No, this is why it's called beta testing, people. The developers still have plenty of time between now and 2023 launch date to make significant changes to the game, though it'll probably get delayed because of it. I would not doubt it. A developer blog states that the beta focuses primarily on gameplay and balances as well as stability. On gameplay and balance as well as stability. And that all the other incomplete features are work in progress. The blog specifically called out the shifting daytime conditions as a feature that isn't being tested publicly. Then why have it in your thing? If it's not being tested publicly, why have it in your thing? See, that right there is backtracking, and that tells me that you don't know what you're talking about. So Overwatch fans will have plenty of reasons to be cynical about the game's future. The studio has been vague about the exact release date. Overwatch's executive producer left for some time off, and support players were left cold by the gameplay reworks in Overwatch 2. On top of concerns about the game itself, Activision Blizzard itself has a massive culture problem that keeps making headlines. With many employees being either fired or resigning, there's a growing list of entities that have publicly expressed their disapproval of Activision Blizzard, which recently settled a sexual harassment lawsuit for $18 million. And the general negative sentiment about the game, its developer, and its parent company has chipped away at any patience the community might otherwise have for the beloved franchise. So basically, because you screwed up, your employees don't care about you, you're going to be down to a garage, a freaking laptop, and you're going to have to try to make this AAA title game, the fans don't have your back no more. If you've ever seen the movie Constantine, it's basically the scene when Satan showed up. It's like, someone ain't got your back anymore. In this case, it's the players to Activision Blizzard, as they're like, enjoy Overwatch 2! What the? Looks like someone's not got your back anymore, huh? Yeah, that's basically the equivalent of this. Honestly, it makes the most sense to me, because here's a newsflash for you. They can't get anything right. Activision Blizzard has just basically shot themselves in the foot so many times, it is not funny anymore. Does it suck? Yes. Does it hurt? Painfully so. Is there anything we can do about it? No! Why? Because there's nothing we can do. No, seriously, there really is nothing you can do about it. They screwed themselves. They screwed themselves. Did I mention that they screwed themselves? Because they screwed themselves. It's wholeheartedly the truth. They screwed themselves. So, all in all, do they have a chance at hell of making this work? No. 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 Now, I kind of feel like they're going to get screwed over, and Overwatch 2 is just going to be freaking killed before it even gets out of the gate. It's going to be dead on arrival. I'm foreseeing it. I foresee it. It'll be dead on arrival. It'll be DOA. Alright, so I am still psyched for The Devil's a Part-Timer Season 2 to drop. Can't wait for this to drop. Looking forward to this to drop. And they've landed their ending theme performer. So they basically have everything set. The pieces are on the board. It's time to play this game of chess. Let's dance! I'm sorry, I just love that. It's been a while, though, since we've had any Devil's a Part-Timer on our screens. 8 fucking years. That's finally about to change, though. July 2022 premiere is the hotly anticipated second season. We can't wait to see how bad they're going to either butcher this or make it into a goddamn beautiful work of art. I can't wait to see it. Warms my heart. I can't wait to binge watch the first season all over again. Keep checking to make sure it's still up on Tubi, and it is yet. I can't wait. While we wait for the next chapters to debut, the official account came through with an announcement of the anime's ending theme performer. So, the Remy and Healer girl, Maria Haruchi, will sing the ending theme, which was written, composed, and arranged by Nano.Ripe, from Food Wars, who is no stranger to the series. The first season of The Devil is a Part-Timer had 3 ending themes performed by Nano.Ripe, and the tradition will continue with a song titled World of Reflection. I'm not going to try to pronounce the actual title, I'm going to pronounce the translation, because I am going to mess that up. It's called World of Reflection, and oh, I just can't wait. I just can't freaking wait. Please make it happen faster. We haven't released date yet. The second exclamation mark, though, has been added to the title, and The Devil's a Part-Timer 2 is being directed by Daisuke Sakushi at anime production house 3HZ. Remember, I think originally it was White Fox that had this one, but they don't have it this time around. Masahiro Yokotani is on series composition, with Yudai Ino is character designer, and Yoshihiro Takeda is on board as animation director. The first season is currently available to stream on Crunchyroll. You can also find it on Tubi if you look hard enough, and there's even some clips up on YouTube if you really look hard enough. I just want to get that out there. I said it low enough so nobody can hear it. The first season, though, is described like so. Foiled by a hero. When he's inches away from conquering the world, the devil finds himself in modern-day Tokyo. With no real-world skills to speak of, the devil is forced to make ends meet flipping burgers at a fast food joint. To stall any further plans of world domination, the hero tracks the devil's trail and takes the lowly task as a telemarketer. Basically, it's funny. He's about to conquer Enta Isla, and the hero Amelia stops him. He has to flee to our world, ends up finding himself in modern-day Tokyo, no magic, no power, no skills, no idea what the fuck to do, and gets a job working at McDonald's. And at McDonald's, he's put in charge of flipping burgers. And all of a sudden, it's like, I really have no aspirations to take over the world anymore. I am loving it here. And the hero Amelia is just not buying it. It's like, no, this is bullshit. You're the devil. The devil is meant to destroy people. I am the hero Amelia. I am meant to kill you and save Enta Isla. Fine, be my guest. I have no ambitions to want to conquer this world. I like it here. There's so much fun stuff. I can read manga. All I have to do is work flipping burgers. I love this place. It's like he has no ambitions to take over the world, and she's not buying a word of it. I love the fact that we had villains that were showing up. You had Lucifer that showed up, made an ass out of himself, and the devil just had to kick his ass. Then some of Amelia's cohorts showed up, and it's like, oh yeah, no, No, he's good. No, that can't happen. The devil can't be good. The devil must be evil. He's evil. No, he's good. He's a good guy. What the hell? Yeah, what the hell? No, he's a good guy. Oh, that created one side of issue. You have Chio, who is in love with the devil. You have Asiel, his general's ass kisser. That will basically bend his master's will. You have the hero Amelia, who's pissed off because she wants to kill the devil, but the devil isn't doing anything wrong. I still like the one episode. It's like, well, you two are just having a lover's spat, but you can't go around trying to kill people with a butter knife. It's like they're having a lover's spat. That's what the freaking cop said. I love the series so much. Then you have the other one that shows up, Fermenta Isla, that's tasked with killing the devil, and she screws up her job. You had the one guy that came up with his freaking he was running the chicken place across from McDonald's, and it's like, yeah, then he ended up getting his ass whooped. Oh, it's just freaking beautiful. Oh, I love the series with a passion. But I just like that she takes on the lowly task of a telemarketer, and he's flipping burgers at McDonald's, and it's like, I'm content with my life. And she's pissed about it. Yet the ironic part is that they have spent more time in this freaking chintzy ass apartment that he rents than anything else. She's like, I'm gonna destroy you. I know you're here. Yeah, no, who cares? There's nothing you can do. I'm not doing anything wrong. She keeps slipping off the step. She's run into people. Massive miscommunications left, right, and sideways. I like the part when the alligators got loose and she's like, oh, he's going to use the fear energy to suddenly take control of everybody. He's going to use that to take over the world. I knew it. And he just uses his power, and it's like, get back in the water where you belong. Knock this crap off. And the alligators just walk right back into the water. And she's like, what the hell? He saved everybody. Why did he save everybody? He's the devil. It's the best freaking... If you haven't watched this yet, what the fuck are you doing with your lives? Stop listening to me and go watch this, then come back and listen to me. This is I did a freaking review on this. This is one of the Anime GBU first season reviews. I loved the hell out of this series. I still freaking do. It's great. I love this show. I can't wait for season 2 to drop. 8 years in the making. I cannot wait for season 2. Season 2! About freaking time! Alright, so here's a generous pot shot at YouTube here, because Sonic fans are not too pleased right now. Content has been flagged as made for kids, and YouTube is now harming the creator income because of this. And this is YouTube's algorithm bot. Now, let me take you back a little bit. Remember 2019, YouTube made the announcement that after they got into some hot water, that they were going to be marking, starting in 2020, anything that they considered made for kids is going to be marked for kids, channels included. I know this screwed over Bolt Matrix. It screwed over countless other ones. In fact, if you even pull up Power Ranger clips now, they're considered made for kids, regardless of what the scene is. And it's basically, like you can't have a mini player, no comments are allowed, you don't get notifications when new things drop. That's all thanks to this. And somebody out there is going to go, well, yeah, it's because of COPPA. Yes, that's exactly what it was. The Children Online Privacy and Protection Act, or COPPA. Now, that came around. Now, technically, it was renewed. It had already existed for years. You got to remember, when the internet first came out, you had there was like episodes of TV shows dedicated literally to this exact moment. There was a House of Pain episode that really escalated and showed this off. But it's basically, what happened was, people would say that, hey, I'm so-and-so online, or they would, do this and they would harm children. That's what kind of brought COPPA into effect in the first place. And it gets renewed every X amount of years. It gets looked over, see if any improvements need to be made, if anything needs to be changed or altered or reworded. So it was already scheduled for the update, and 2020 was going to be the effect date regardless of what happened. Okay? Now, are there ways around it? Yes, there are. If you look up Legal Eagle, He did an entire video about it. There's an entire section in it that basically says that content that's made under this exact thing can be considered for adults and children due to its nature. There's a whole slew of other issues and other things. So is it entirely guilt-free? Yes, no, and yes and no. So there's a ground and there's a massive common ground for everything. But Sonic the Hedgehog fans, though, are not happy. It's a brand that's enjoying the massive boom in mainstream attention because of the success of the Sonic movies, especially Sonic 2. It's luring the old fans and new fans together. They're coming together under a common ground. Only now YouTube's umbrella is basically, you're starting to see the holes in it. It's maintained a strong presence online, even in quieter times. And with the enthusiast fan base, in particular, celebrating the IP in many ways, with fan art, music, and videos. There was Dorkly did a thing, Sonic for Hire. There's been so many other things that have been put out there. But the problem is that in recent days and weeks, a number of Sonic-focused creators have highlighted that their content is getting flagged as made for kids on YouTube. Even though they've not marked their content as such when it was uploaded. Keep in mind. Now, I do this every time I have to upload any of my videos. It's marked down not for kids. Yet if you go and you hit that button, there's like a little exclamation point or question mark next to it. It does say that YouTube can review this and they can change this based on their own, understanding of it. So basically, if they think it's for kids, they'll say it's for kids. That's exactly what they'll do. There's no middle ground at all about it. Yeah. It seems to be driven, though, by their algorithm. With appeals rejected almost instantly by YouTube because they believe their bot knows what it's doing, and it doesn't. Not in any way, shape, or fucking form. And the impact is reduced visibility and monetization for the videos. So basically, if your videos are made for kids, they can't be monetized. The views automatically get massively reduced because nobody can be notified when your video goes out. They get no notification of it, and it's just horrible. NME has put together a detailed report highlighting some of the problematic examples. The made-for-kid effect on views is not a harmless flag. No, it drops the views off massively. The reason for this is that this kids' content is collated into its own area of YouTube. Basically, YouTube Kids in a way. But it's basically subjugated to its own little playpen in YouTube where it's supposed to sit there quietly, and occasionally people will come by, look at it, and pet it like it's a freaking petting zoo. Comments get turned off, greatly reduces advertising, basically eliminates it entirely. This was one of the changes and initiatives the website implemented in 2019, actually more of 2020, as a reaction to fines and backlash over children being targeted by inappropriate advertisements and contents, which they still do yet, but here's the news flash for you. It was more of the parents just didn't want to give their kids YouTube Kids and figured YouTube was fine. What they should have did is that anything that was deemed like obvious stuff like Sesame Street and things like that instantly got put over to YouTube Kids if it was uploaded to YouTube. It instantly got rerouted to YouTube Kids. For other stuff, it should have been, okay, we'll have to manually review this. Your content will be on hold until it's manually reviewed. And they will manually review it. That's when you just hire a whole bunch of freaking interns and have them watch the videos and go, yeah, no, this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. 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 Does this qualify for kids? No. They're swearing. They're dropping F-bombs. This is not for kids. But it's got colorful characters. Yeah, they're reviewing a toy and they're saying how much it fucking sucks. No, this is not for kids. Okay, yeah, no, not for kids. This is a collector's thing. It's an issue with YouTube applying these tags with an algorithm. The algorithm is actually pushing for more mature content into the kids section. This is an unfortunate double consequence, harming those that they intended to keep safe. And it's true. And remember, the entire concept also came out because of the whole Spider-Man screwing Elsa thing. And then you had the whole backlash when it was brought to the media's attention. Then Copa ended up getting... And people were like, well, Copa was made because of that. No, Copa had already existed. It was just up for renewal. The timing just sucked. In all honesty, the timing just sucked royally for that. The timing just sucked big time. But fans and creators are going to continue to produce Sonic-inspired content, of course, though YouTube may need to review its algorithm and how it's auto-detecting these videos. You're not lying. YouTube needs a massive overhaul with its AI-based algorithm, with its manual claim algorithm, the copyright algorithm. All of that stuff needs a massive overhaul. The problem is YouTube itself doesn't see an issue with it, but the creators do see an issue with it. And I'm going to quote an episode of Kitchen Nightmares for you here. It was that Burger Kitchen one. When the one guy that owned a restaurant said, if I have 100 people in my restaurant and 2 of them say my burger sucks, I'm going to ignore those 2 people because the other 98 people said my burger's good. Those 2 people are not worth the time and effort to piss off the other 98 that are going to be paying. I'm going to make more money from the 98 people saying they love my burger than the 2 people saying they hate my burger. Whereas if I have 100 people and, 30 of them say my burger sucks, and the other 70 are saying it's good, that's something I got to look into because that 30% could easily sway the other 70% into saying, no, yeah, this burger does suck. Then I'm going to lose money. So that's when I'd have to look into something. In this case with YouTube, when a bunch of your creators are having issues where, like, I'm going to use Angry Joe as an example, where they're getting maliciously attacked and harassed by companies and corporations. When you have content that's being put up, it is not designed for children, but because it features toys like Bolt Matrix, it's, oh, well, this is for kids. No, it's not for kids. He's showing this stuff from a collector's standpoint. This is do you want to pick this up to display it in your home? You're a collector. That makes a massive change. There's a difference there. There is a difference with, all right, if I would be playing with the toy and I'm trying to entice a child to buy said toy, that's marketing it towards a child. If I am discussing a toy saying, look, okay, the elbow joint here does kind of suck, it's kind of weak, so if you're going to pose this thing or you're going to move it around a lot, you're going to have to be careful because it does have a tendency to break. That's geared more to a collector. Because the collector's the one that's going to be displaying it. It's going to be moving it around. They might want to do fan projects with it. And it might snap off mid-video, which is not good. There are stuff that is made for kids. Yes, there are stuff that's not made for kids. There's a fine line between what is for kids and what isn't for kids. Barney's for kids. Sesame Street's for kids. Power Rangers is something that both sides of the spectrum can enjoy. Just disable the comments in it. Then nobody can leave comments. You can still have it up for everybody. Toy reviews are not for children. Unless a 5-year-old is specifically going on to YouTube to look up a toy review for a toy that they're going to have to beg their parents to buy for them. It's geared for the parents, not the kids. It's geared for collectors. It's geared for people that are interested in seeing, is this worth my time and effort to get? That's what reviews are for. We're reviewing this. So that, look, I bought it so you don't have to buy this piece of crap. Or I bought this and I think you should too. It's worth the money. That's what a review is for. It is not oh, well, I'm doing this. No, it's not designed for that. It's designed for a simple, hey, this is, without a doubt, worth the time and effort to get. Pick this up, it's worth it. Like when I did my Hunter x Hunter license review. That's like, I'm saying, go pick this up. It's worth it. But when you have content like, okay, let's say Sonic is dropping an F-bomb and screwing tails. First off, that's not for kids. That's a fanfic gone wrong, for starters, but it's not for kids. I do not see a child out there going, oh, I want to screw tails like Sonic does. No, because that's not for kids. Your algorithm, I'm not going to lie about that. YouTube needs a massive overhaul. Hands down, it needs a massive overhaul. The algorithm needs an overhaul for flagging and just taking care of videos. That needs an overhaul. It needs an overhaul in concerns of just basically anything else. It needs a massive overhaul. Hands freaking down. Hand to God, it needs an overhaul. Big time. I'm not even joking on that. It needs an overhaul. And a big one at that. Am I joking? Not in the least. It needs an overhaul, and it needs it bad. And I mean bad. If I be joking on this, believe me, I would not. I'd be laughing, but I'm not. It needs an overhaul. Look at Angry Joe. CBS was up his ass because of this. And that's just for copyright. That's a whole nother can of worms. But the thing is, with YouTube, it's no, you the creators are wrong. We, the company, we're not wrong in this. You, the creators, are wrong thinking how this works. No, because if we, the creators, can easily go to a website and pull up the legal document that states what constitutes this and this, and show it to you and go, you have to abide by this just like we do, we're in the right. You don't want to admit that we're in the right. You're just turning a blind eye to it. And we're the ones that have to face the consequences, not you. And that's the main point that I know Angry Joe's pissed about it. I don't blame him. I'd be furious as hell. But there's so many other people out there who they're getting screwed over left, right, and sideways. And I honestly, I don't blame them at all for being pissed off. I really freaking don't. Because I would be fucking livid right now. I'd be like, look, this isn't fair to me. This isn't fair to you. This isn't fair to any of us. I want to have, I'd love to be able to make content like review toys and action figures and give my thoughts on these pieces of crap. I'd love to make little animations where you have like the Megazord from Power Rangers taking on, Mechagodzilla and Voltron in toy form. And it's like, look, I can do this. That stuff will get marked for kids. Because, you're using toys. That's going to entice children to want to buy them. I'm enticing children to buy something that they're going to have to ask their parents the money for because I got them on eBay. Because they're not widely available. How am I making children want to buy these again? I'm not. That's the point. YouTube system needs a massive overhaul. It needs a huge change to itself. It needs an overhaul. It needs a massive overhaul at that. Are they going to do it? No. Should they do it? Hell yes. You will never hear me argue that they shouldn't. They need a massive overhaul, and they need it bad. I'm not even joking. They need an overhaul on YouTube for their algorithm system alone. Am I upset about it? You bet your ass. Do I think they need to change it? Yes. Does it need to be changed now? You better believe it. Is there anything they're going to do about it? No, probably not. But yeah, as far as this is concerned, I agree with them wholeheartedly. But this is, honestly, this is the tip of the iceberg. And the iceberg is massively, massively deeper than you could ever possibly imagine. But yeah, believe me, it's a lot worse than you think. It really is. Alright, so this I kind of find weird, and at the same time entertaining, I want to say. Now, first off, I'm not a fan of the Los Angeles Chargers. I am a Denver Broncos fan. Huge Denver Broncos fan. I have been a Broncos fan since, the first time I ever watched a Super Bowl. They were the first team I saw win a Super Bowl. And I have rooted for the team regardless. Don't ask me who's all on it. Don't ask me any of the players' names. I can't tell you, but I've been a fan. It's like, I'm always rooting for them. Constantly. And I'm not one of those, they're doing really good this season, jump on the bandwagon. Nope, I've been there through the lows when we've been in the basement. I've been there through the highs. I was there during the Manning era. I really wish he wouldn't have came to the Broncos. I was there when that Super Bowl that was basically nothing more than freaking practice for the Seahawks. I hated that game. I think a lot of us did. But I'm a Broncos fan. But the Los Angeles Chargers put out a massive tweet, which is kind of interesting. They go, should we really make our schedule release video an anime? With the words yes, spelling out the word no. The video is basically showing off an anime-style format of who they're versing this season. And I watched it. It's not bad. It's interesting. But at the same time, it's one of those... Do I really feel comfortable with this? Or are they just trying to pander to an audience that they're hoping they can get to watch football? Because I'm getting the feeling it's not going to work. They got the Raiders, basically like one-piece characters, which I'm amazed Toei isn't going to sue them. The Chiefs are like mecha robots, which is weird, to say the least. The Jaguars are kind of like a B-Stars thing. I don't know what the Texans were supposed to be. I like the redacted on advice of our lawyers when they're taking on the Browns. I can understand that. The Broncos are basically like, I'm assuming to be like the chefs or ninjas. The Seahawks are basically just at a grave. They're bye week. They're pulling Avatar, which is an anime. Then you got against the Ravens, which is kind of weird. The 49ers was a Naruto reference. The Chiefs, again, mechas, which is weird, to say the least. Massively so. Let's see here. There's just like a whole bunch of weird stuff in this. The Cardinals is... I don't understand that one. Then again, the Raiders, one piece, you find out the bottom in a freaking trash can. The Dolphins, yeah, that Dolphins, like, get the hell off me. The Titans is obviously Attack on Titan. The Colts is basically a merry-go-round, which I'm just amazed they're not going to get sued for this, to be honest with you. The Rams is kind of like, I don't understand that one either. Again, the freaking Broncos, I don't know if it's supposed to be like Afro Samurai or if it's actually like a cooking thing. I don't know. This is weird nonetheless. First off, you get applause for me, okay? I'm not going to lie about this. Okay? You get... I'm going to say this. I commend you for doing it this way. It took initiative. It took initiative to do this. First off, that's impressive. That is impressive. I'm not going to lie. It took initiative to do this. That's cool. The problem... I kind of don't like it. Don't get me wrong, I applaud your ingenuity and your initiative to do it, but at the same time, why'd you do it? It's one of those situations. Like, look, I applaud you for it. I think it's really cool. I'm really impressed that you did it this way. I think it's really neat. Why did you do it? Just why? Just tell me why. I'm kind of curious why you did this. Because I don't understand the reasoning behind it. Do I think it's cool? Yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's amazing. Would I be willing to watch your team? No. Am I a fan of your team? No. Do I understand what it is you've done here and all this? Yes and no. But honestly, no. I mean, I get what you did here. I think, like I said, I think it's interesting. Do I follow along with why you did it? No. Not in the least. Not in any way, shape, or form, honestly. So, yeah, there is that. Do I think it's cool? Impressive. I won't say that. Do I think it's entertaining? Yes. Do I think you managed to do something that's going to possibly piss people off down the road? Oh, definitely. Definitely at some point I kind of do. Again, do I think it's cool? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's kind of cool. Don't understand it, though, but sort of cool. Interesting, unique, interesting nonetheless, though. But yeah, why'd you do it again? I don't get it. If you want to pull it up, you can actually pull it up in the link. You don't actually have to have a Twitter account to watch it. Like I said, it is interesting. It is interesting. I applaud them. I applaud and commend you for your initiative and your thinking outside the box. But why? Who are you pandering to with this? I don't get why you did that. Alrighty then, everybody. That's going to do it this week for the Absolutely Completely Random podcast. I've had a lot of fun. I hope you had a lot of fun too. And until next time, I'm Andrew Rose. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. Do that regular YouTube stuff. Don't forget, check out my Patreon page, patreon.com/webdesigner18, and Ko-fi if you want to help support the channel. I have the t-shirt thingy in the comments section, and there is my eBay page, ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. So all that stuff and plenty more. Don't forget, check me out over on Twitter at OtakuRoads. Check out the official Webdesigner 18 Facebook page. And that's going to pretty much do it then this week, folks. I'm bowing out. I'm dropping out. I'm clocking out. I'll catch you all next time here on the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast.